Upon walking down West Neely Avenue towards the campus of Ball State University, a particular building stands out amongst all of the others. Its windows glimmer from the industrial-sized fluorescent lights that fill the entire building with light. There are stationary bikes, treadmills, stairmasters, ellipticals, and other kinds of machines placed into the windows, and a vast variety of students using the machines. The sign out front of the building says, Joe Angora Student Recreation and Wellness Center, and right away, you get a sense of appreciation for the building. Amongst the constant flow of students leaving and entering the rec center, I find myself in a slightly uncomfortable position. I have entered this building over 100 times, but have never entered into the glass-paneled room to the left of the front entrance. This area is where students go to do their cardio and strength training. I chose to work out today because we had just been assigned a subculture to study for my college-level English class. I chose the unique culture of people who lift weights in the rec center at Ball State University, my current school. I chose this subculture because I wanted to learn more about my fellow students in an environment that is beyond the classroom, and also because it was a culture that I was, for the most part, unfamiliar with. The goal of my study was to uncover things like common goals, beliefs, rituals, habits, and purposes behind everything that takes place within the subculture in order to further understand it and to give perspective to those who are unaccustomed to it. I entered into an unfamiliar glass-paned room, and like every other area within the rec center, I was greeted with a warm welcome and scanned my student ID to enter. The first thing I noticed in the room was the smell. It smelled of sweaty gym clothes and reminded me of how my high school locker room smelled. The air was thick and carried a sort of humidity to it. There were girls and guys running on the treadmills, climbing the stairmasters, and working on the elliptical machine. The clothes that they wore were typical workout clothes, lightweight and breathable. The shoes that people were wearing were all fit for the purpose of exercising. I could tell right away that this area was dedicated to hard work and determination because the shirts and foreheads of those working out were drenched with sweat. I was a little hesitant to just hop into a workout, as I was a little overwhelmed by the amount of machines and also by the amount of people working out. It was pretty packed. The area consisted of people lifting weights, people walking to their next station or to the drinking fountain, and also rec center employees keeping an eye on things. There were mostly guys and a couple of girls lifting. The majority of people were listening to music through headphones, engaged in conversation with a friend, or lifting weights. The guys for the most part wore t-shirts and shorts, while the girls wore t-shirts with yoga pants. They all carried personal water bottles, and like the first floor, all had running shoes on their feet. I set all of my belongings into the dedicated storage shelf and entered into the area for the first time. I noticed the sounds of the weights clattering with the metal of the bench press and of the squat rack. I heard people controlling their breathing and heard individuals motivating their workout partners to push or to do one more rep. On top of all of the sounds in the gym, there is some background music playing over the speakers. I started by walking around to get a sense of which workout machines do what and where things were located within the gym. The area is mainly broken down into 3 sections. All sort of different workout machines that are focused on resistance are to the left and also in the middle. These machines focus on things like abdominals, triceps, hip flexors, pectorals, and other areas of the body. The next area is the dumbbell area, which is located in the center of the gym. It has dumbbells ranging from 7.5 pounds up to 120 pounds. It has flat benches that can be angled up to make the benches inclined, and also has a couple of TVs hanging above the dumbbell rack with something to watch. The last area is to the right of the stairs, which is where all of the bench presses, squatting racks, deadlifting pads, and other machines are located. Since the purpose of working out was to get an understanding of the culture, I came to a point where I needed some insider perspective. I wanted to find out more about some of my peers. I started by just talking to people in the gym. I thought it would be pretty simple to find someone to talk to, but it was actually a pretty difficult task. Most of the people who are lifting weights are listening to music and don't really want to be disturbed, but every once in a while you will find someone who is willing to talk. The first person I interviewed was Joe, a pretty big guy who asked me if I would spot him while he lifted on the bench press. I said yeah and started making some small conversation. I asked him if he had recently just started working out and what his routine was. He admitted that he had recently started working out and acknowledged that it was his first time ever in the gym to lift weights. I told him that I too had just recently started lifting weights and let him know about my ethnographic study. I asked him if he would consider doing an interview for me, and he agreed to take part in the interview. And after working out, showing him some things that I had learned, and stretching, I started the interview. Some of the things that intrigued me from Joe's interview were his personal accounts of some of the struggles that he has overcome and how he has gained a positive feeling from a health standpoint due to working out. He confessed that he was gaining weight due to eating a lot of junk food and drinking soda. He also exposed that it was taking a toll on his health and that he personally motivated himself to start being healthy. Joe stated that you have to put in a lot of effort if you want to see results. Overall, from the research that I conducted, I collected some important information. One of my findings is that people set goals while working out, either to lose weight, to get better at their sport, or any of the many other reasons, including health, building muscle, and also releasing energy. I found that a lot of students at Ball State are active. 72% of those who participated in my survey said that they regularly worked out, be it through playing a sport, running, or lifting weights. This is a very good number to see, as the national average of Americans who work out for at least 30 minutes and 3 times a week is 55%, according to a study. Out of the group of students that worked out regularly, 77% implemented weights into their workouts. I was astonished to find that 69% of those who regularly work out do so in order to release their stress. I thought that this was a significant discovery, so I looked into it. A common theme that appears from the data collected shows that people are happier, less stressed, and more relaxed after lifting weights, regardless of how much work someone has done in the gym. You feel much better about your health and about yourself, which in return makes you more positive and confident. So is it possible for working out to have psychological influence on your body as well as a physical effect? Research has found that exercise is moderately more effective than a control intervention for reducing symptoms of depression. Overall, the findings from my research show that no matter what your shape and size is, you can feel welcome at the Rec Center. It's a place where you can go to work out and make yourself fit, which has a ton of positive outcomes on your body mentally and physically. You don't have to be a gym rat by any means, but people who work out are mentally more capable of pushing themselves to do things that take a lot of determination and also a lot of effort, which will make you feel better off because of it. It just takes the first workout to feel better about yourself, and you will get into a healthy routine that will only give positive effects and also positive results.